guys, welcome back to another Two Farm Boys video. In today's video, guys, we are looking at my new truck. Well, it's our new farm truck, and this was my grandfather's truck. He left it to me when he passed away in May, and he was a veterinarian, a very practical one at that. He's been in a few videos. Anyways, this is the new truck. It is a 1982 GMC 1500 with the 6.2 liter Detroit diesel. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, this is great. Now you don't have to tow with your Yukon, your GMC Yukon. But that thing will still out-tow this truck any day because one, you know, it's like almost 40 years old, and two, the engine is not very powerful. I mean, like, even for 1982, it was not a very powerful V8. So like I said, it's a 6.2 liter diesel, Detroit diesel, and has 130 horsepower and 240 foot-pounds of torque. Now, that's not much. It's not meant for speed. It's meant for economy, actually. At least when it first came out, you know, the economy will get a little bit worse as it gets older, parts wear out and things like that, but it should be about 23 mpg. That's what it was supposed to be when it first came out, which, even though diesel is more expensive, that's still a very economical truck. These engines do really good in terms of fuel economy. Now, they've gotten a really bad rap over the years, but they're not nearly as bad as what people say. A lot of people say they're unreliable and not very powerful, and it's true, they do have some issues that a lot of the gas engines from GM at the time didn't have. They do have a lot of issues versus those engines, but they're a lot better than the reputation they get, in my opinion. I've done a lot of research on GM trucks, and as y'all probably can tell by now, I really do have a preference for trucks made by GMC and Chevy. But that being said, I'm not completely against other trucks. I just do prefer these trucks. They seem to be the most reliable. I know a lot of people may not agree with that, but anyways, this is a work truck. It's not meant for, you know, taking long road trips in or whatever. It's a farm truck. It's, you know, meant to do work. I've actually had it for several months now. I just haven't done a video on it. You may have seen it in the background of a video or two. We picked up hay with it. You would have seen that in the hay baling video. But I have towed with it. I towed like a 2,000, 3,000 pound square baler with it. It was a New Holland 69 square baler. And I towed it down some curves and stuff, and some windy hills. It did really well, actually. I was impressed with it, considering it's not known for the power and stuff. But I do actually have another truck I've just recently gotten. I know I've got trucks coming out of my ears. Of course, not compared to a lot of people I know. And I have 3 trucks, including this one. I'm not telling you guys what the other one is. All I'm saying, it's a heavy-duty truck meant for towing. I'm saying no more. But I will have a video coming out on that maybe like a month or so. But this truck isn't meant for towing. Like I said, my grandfather gave it to me, so it was free. You know, it's just a good farm truck. We're gonna go ahead and give you guys a walk around of this truck and talk a little bit more about the specs and interior and whatnot. So let's get going. It has an aftermarket tailgate. You have to slam. It's green. I don't know why. I'm assuming my grandfather or the guy before him who owned it couldn't find a red one and didn't feel like waiting a long time to find it. That is the thing. My grandfather's friend gave it to him, and it had some sentimental value, I believe, so he gave it to me, and hopefully I plan to keep it until it dies. I don't intend to ever sell this truck. We're gonna keep it running. We're gonna keep it going well. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about the Christmas truck. That's what I named it as well, because it's red, green, and white. You'll see. All right, giving her glow plugs, obviously, because it's a diesel. So you can see we're completely full on fuel. It's been like that for a long time, I think, because the fuel gauge doesn't work. No tachometer. It's got these things. It's got temperature, brake, battery, oil, all that. It has the gear shift selector thing down here, park, reverse, all that. But that doesn't work either. It does have 4-wheel drive, thank goodness. Radio, I don't think it works though. It has heat and AC. I'm not sure where the vents are, but the heat and AC doesn't work anyways, so crank windows, of course. It is an automatic, though. I don't know how many of you expected that, but it is an automatic, surprisingly. But anyways, it's had more than enough time. It's been hooked up to the engine block heater. It should start well. It is cold out today. 6.2s are pretty hard to start sometimes, so I think that was okay. Let's take our park and brake off. Throw her in reverse. She's ready to go. It's got open wires, of course, because it's a farm truck. Has the, so turn your lights on. Lights are on. And then you got brights right there. And then you press that for your brights. Turn your lights off. Got the windshield wipers there. I don't think there's a speed adjuster for the windshield wipers. Indicators work. It's got pretty good storage in here. My grandfather added some aftermarket cup holders. That one fell. Got some more stuff for storage down there. It says it has 40,000 miles on the odometer, but these things do not go up to 6 digits. So I'm thinking it either has 140,000 or my family thought it was 240, which I think these diesels can make it to that, but I would say it's probably more likely 140. So the lock's busted on this side. It does work on the other side. Obviously not automatic locks, so you got to unlock it from the outside with a key. That's the little weak horn it's got. So this truck does not have a hitch. Obviously it doesn't have a brake controller. That was not stock back then. I believe the tow capacity on this is 4,000 pounds. It has two-tone mirrors, so it's got white and rust on this side, and then it's got chrome mirrors on this side, so two-tone mirrors. The frame is actually pretty clean. It's mostly surface rust. The springs are a little iffy, but not bad at all. It did come with sides on here. Not super tall ones, but it did come with some sides that go in here, in these stick pockets. I took those off, because we were picking up hay with it this year. But I can put those on for mulch and stuff. And speaking of mulch, that's right, this truck, it's a dump bed. We dumped the hay bales out, the square bales this year, and that made it really nice. It's got solid axles, both front and rear. This got rear-ended at some point in time. I don't really know when, but so that's why the bumper's messed up, and I'm assuming that's why the new tailgate is on it. But anyways, you guys have kind of seen a little walk around at the truck. We'll go ahead and take it on a little test drive. We'll see if we can get it up to 60. It's not how fast it gets to 60, it's if it gets to 60. We're at a complete dead stop now, so I'm going to turn in here, and then we're going to gun it. I'm not gunning it, I'm kind of gunning it. There's 60. Alright, that did pretty good. I mean, it'll go if you push it real hard. If you lean into it, it'll go okay considering the power on this thing. But we're going to take this back to the house, and I'll see you guys back there. It does have cruise control, believe it or not. I think this would be like the equivalent of a Scottsdale trim. Now, I don't think this opens and closes, but what this does is this is for smokers mainly. You can just let a little air in, but this should open too, and this is just a little extra window for smokers, because that has this little thing that folds out so the smoke and the ashes don't blow back in their face. And yeah, I mean, it's in pretty good shape. The seat is in really good shape. You can't really see it in here. I'm 100% sure this thing was recovered and, redone after a certain amount of time. The only rip is just right here. Other than that, it's good. We got a rare bird on our hands right here, and I'm glad we got a classic truck on the farm now. I had a comment a few weeks ago that said, what kind of farm doesn't have a truck? Well, even though we do have the Sonoma over in the corner there, that's not even a half-ton truck, and I'm gonna sell that anyways. I mean, that was always the plan. Even before I got this truck, I wanted to sell it and kind of, flip it for a profit. Also, guys, I just want to give you a huge thank you. We hit 500 subscribers a few weeks ago. I didn't say anything about it in my previous video because I hadn't hit 500 subscribers when I filmed the outro, and by the time I had the video half edited, I'd hit 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for getting us to 500 subscribers, which I didn't really have a subscriber goal. I was just happy to get, however many I got, but we did hit it before 2021. So thank you guys for that. And that is pretty much it for me this video. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be about the stocker cows.